Let's look inside a modern medical practice. Instead of examining patients, highly trained medical professionals are darting between rooms, constantly trying to catch up. The clinical engine is running dangerously hot. Take a look at this chart showing how mid-size practices allocate their staff time. That massive 30 to 40% slice right there is dedicated entirely to pre-visit chart preparation. Reviewing prior notes, flagging patient labs, and checking authorizations consumes over a third of the day before a single patient is even seen. When support staff fall behind, that administrative weight transfers directly to the providers. Medical economists estimate that doctors are spending 4.5 hours a day just interacting with electronic health records. The human toll of that data entry is severe. The American Medical Association reports that over 43% of physicians are experiencing burnout, and recent survey data points to charting and documentation as the #1 driver of that exhaustion. Doctors are not burning out because they lack resilience. The clinic is failing because of a structural flaw in how time is allocated upstream. Practice managers attempt to solve this by hiring more front office staff, but they immediately hit a secondary wall, the staffing spiral. The current medical employment market is volatile. Recent industry data shows front office support staff turning over at a rate of 40%, while clinical support turnover sits at 33%. You hire someone, train them for 3 months, and they leave for a different role. Every time an employee walks out the door, the financial friction compounds. Replacing a single medical assistant costs between $9,000 and $12,000, and that does not even factor in the lost productivity during the gap. This waterfall chart breaks down the true cost of keeping a chart preparation specialist in-house. When you take base salary and add benefits, turnover costs, and overhead, you reach a staggering total of $60,800 a year for one full-time equivalent. Mid-size medical practices cannot out-hire this problem. The standard model traps them in an expensive recruitment loop that drains the budget without ever permanently fixing the workflow. To permanently fix the workflow, clinics are stepping off the hiring treadmill entirely. They are outsourcing the prep function to a dedicated offshore team, using a provider like Staffingly. These are healthcare-trained virtual medical assistants. They are assigned to a specific practice to learn the exact protocols and patient populations of that clinic. The technical integration is direct. Using secure API connections, these teams plug straight into the practice's existing electronic health record system, supporting over 50 major platforms like Epic, Athena, and eClinicalWorks. This diagram shows the onboarding timeline. Through a structured 6-step process, from the initial kickoff call to direct EHR connection and protocol training, a practice goes live in just 48 to 72 hours. By isolating chart preparation into a dedicated offsite function, the practice clears the operational bottleneck. In-house staff are shielded from clerical overload, freeing them to focus on the patients in front of them. Staffingly layers artificial intelligence directly over the workflow to automate and monitor the process. Intelligent routing automatically analyzes incoming chart volume and assigns each specific task to the specialist with the strongest track record for that exact work, keeping the queue moving even during volume spikes. As a digital chart moves through the system, the anomaly detection node scans the data to isolate and flag unusual patterns, like a missing lab result, in red, catching errors early. Every output then receives an automated accuracy score before human review. This rigorous double-check system keeps the final error rate strictly below 1%. Dedicated human oversight backed by AI quality control creates a level of scalable consistency that a fractured, constantly turning over in-house staff simply cannot match. That level of consistency completely changes the financial reality of running a practice. This side-by-side bar chart compares the two financial models. The $60,800 in-house cost drops all the way down to Staffingly's dedicated model at $21,600. That is a massive 64% reduction in overhead. And that efficiency does not compromise security. The offshore teams operate under rigorous compliance standards, maintaining full HIPAA, SOC2 Type 2, ISO 27001, and HITRS certifications. More than 800 healthcare providers are currently using this framework to permanently resolve their staffing headaches. Outsourcing your structural workflow slashes overhead costs and eliminates the primary driver of physician burnout. It takes the clerical weight off your team so your clinic can return its focus entirely to patient care. You can start your transition today. Visit staffingly.com/demo or call 800-489-5877 to begin your 30-day free trial.